This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi everybody, this is our first podcast intro for 2023, and if you're listening to this way further down the track, let it be known, Sean McManus took an extra 2 days of holiday.
That's right.
Well, we did all the work.
I know. Protest at will. I mean,
it's an
controlling your
outrage.
day. We talk about what happened on our holiday.
Yes.
Natalie did something very
I know. I haven't done that before.
I know. You know what they say, more than a handful's wasteful.
That's true.
That'll make sense. My mother got sunburnt. She said it was windburnt. Anyway, there was some unforeseen complications with her little injury. We talked to other people like that.
You know what doesn't belong on the roof of a car? A boat.
Yes.
We talk about that kind of thing and some other vehicular madness.
Yeah, also we'll touch on Ali's European trip.
And Jason Richardson, our mate from Channel 7, talks us through the Big Bash League and various other things.
Yeah, and there'll just be some other things.
Some
Coffee
shenanigans.
spills, movies, giant desserts. Ali's sleeping with her mum. All of it.
It had it all.
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Wake up!
Yeah. On Nova 937. Let's go!
Oh, let's go. It's 6:03.
2023, hey? This is it, is it?
It's starting with a bang. First of all, no Shawnee Mac.
No.
I mean, he is coming back.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
could have started that rumour.
Yeah. So, 6 weeks holidays. Sean apparently requires 6 weeks and 2 days.
2 days. He'll be back on
He
Wednesday.
won't take anything less than that.
But that's not the biggest issue. We've come back and there's new chairs in the studio.
And look, I'm going to call out the positives first because
Yes.
that's nice.
We don't normally get new things, so
Yeah.
this is exciting from that point of view.
And they're black. They
They're
go
black.
with everything.
Yep.
So I do like that.
They won't
The
show
other
the
ones
dirt
are
as
the
much.
other ones are those that maroony, reddy, grossy
Yeah.
colour. I didn't like that. And it
Well,
had
I think
like
they started
80s
red
pattern.
and went dirty red pretty quickly.
But anyway, they're just
We just can't get because
The
they're
angles are
they're
all right.
adjustable and you've got to get the height and the angle, and it's just it's not working so far.
There's just some things you don't need to come back to, and this is it. Who was the little girl that sat on the chairs?
Goldilocks.
I understand why the bears wanted to kill her.
Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet. Were you thinking of her?
Who's the little girl that sat on the thing? As you can see, the brain's working.
Yeah,
This year.
we've kicked in with a bang.
It's going to be a great year. We're going to have so much fun. I'm so glad the holidays are done.
I know, they were just tedious. The worst.
Yuck. Today, we want you to get an opportunity to come with us to do a Fringe showcase on Friday.
Yes, that's right. It is Fringe time.
Yeah.
It's the happiest time of the
So
year.
we're going to have
isn't
some, an awesome breakfast, and you're going to watch some of the acts.
it? And somebody there's going to win $5,000 if you need a sweetener.
$5,000. What are you talking about?
And you get to watch us do our show.
Yeah, and imagine also, you know what's happening as well, $1,000 a week for an entire
For the year. I know. Imagine that.
Just imagine
That
so you got
sorts
your
out the
pay,
cost of living.
you got your pay, and then you just got that $1,000
Yeah.
as the cream on top and do whatever you want with. I mean, probably pay for electricity. But isn't that fun to be able to turn the lights on?
Yeah, or you can leave the aircon running and go, doesn't matter, it's covered.
It's not too late for a cheeky summer break.
Whatif.com has awesome deals for top Aussie destinations.
Plus all kinds of places to stay for your getaway.
Jump on the What If app to book hotels, motels, holiday rentals and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
What'd you do on your break?
Oh, I'll tell you later, actually.
Okay.
It's a bit of fun.
Yeah?
A bit of news about what I did.
A bit
on
of
my-
news?
Yeah, I also did go down to Esperance for a few days or a week to catch up with the family. That was a bit of fun.
Wow. I always think, you know how everything shuts down over the Christmas break? God, what does that look like in Esperance?
Well, no, it's heaving
Oh,
because
really?
all you lot from Kalgoorlie come down.
I know.
So, yeah, it's a very busy time down there then.
I see that they've had to get one of the ovals to use as overspill.
Yeah, that's quite common, yeah.
For the, because there's... the same thing's happening in Kalgoorlie as in Esperance is all the workers that have to work around there are booking out the hotel accommodation, so there's nowhere to stay.
That's right.
So then suddenly the caravan parks fill up straight
And there's
away.
more
So now
camper
they're-
vans than
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
So, like, because my parents live on the road to the national park, we see all the traffic, and it has increased probably tenfold since and there's two factors. COVID, like, opened Esperance up to everybody in WA because they'd never been there before, and then they all went there because they couldn't go to Bali.
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, oh my God, this place is amazing. So there's that. And Instagram, the Instagram effect of kangaroos on the beach at Lucky Bay.
Yeah.
There are now those Brits camper vans.
Yep.
So many of them.
Yeah, right.
But there are 3 signs before you hit the park that say the campgrounds are fully booked, right? People still go there because then come and knock on our door going, do you have a camping spot for us? It's like there are 3 signs close to town, halfway, and at the gate to the park that say it's fully booked. And they still go there and go, oh, we couldn't believe there wasn't anywhere to camp. How many times do you need to be told?
My thing about Kalgoorlie and their accommodation right now, because you can't get any, is where do you go?
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
they then tried and go to Esperance.
Yeah, where are you going to sleep in Kalgoorlie?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I tell you what, sleeping on an oval in Esperance, bit of fun. Sleeping on an oval in Kalgoorlie, not so much.
Well, I caught up with one of my mates who's a regular surfer, and he said that there's one of the beaches, the car park is just full of people illegally camping in their vans.
Oh, Popey said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said all along Twilight Cove and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said that, and they're not doing anything about it because...
the ranger turns up and they just go, oh, we're not moving.
Yeah. And Popey said as well, the thing that everyone's getting really upset about is everywhere you turn, every bush has got poo in it.
Yeah, that's right. Because there's no
people are just
facilities
pooing
in
in
these
tissues
places.
and chucking them around. Esperance sounds wonderful.
Good morning.
This time of
How's
the
your
year.
breakfast going?
I hope
But
right now
those
you're having fun,
beaches-
pooing in a napkin and shoving it in a hedge.
Those beaches are so pristine.
That's
Just
a sad
don't look
day,
around
though,
the
isn't
car
it?
park.
When you're pooing in a napkin in your hand and folding it up and putting it somewhere.
I think it is a time for reflection.
It's like, is this year starting right?
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hey, Ali, why don't we just have a little, another little story from your European break? Tell us about your mother. She had a bit of a spill.
Oh my God, she's going to kill me. No, she's going to kill me.
It's so funny. Tell it.
Oh my God. We were on a travelator and it was had a slight incline. Oh my God, she's going to kill me.
Where were you?
So we were catching the Eurostar from London to Paris.
Yeah.
And I got on in front of her and we had our 30-kilo suitcases. And as I got on, I felt my suitcase start to roll like down next to me behind me. And I turned around and said, Mum, hold on to your suit. And I turned around and she'd already been taken down by
So
the
her suitcase is dragging her down the
dragged her down
travelator.
into a family of 4. But she's going to kill me. Bless her. No, honestly.
Who would the family of 4 consist of?
A little girl.
Was she bowled over or was it like the 10-pin bowling one?
they were all standing, so it was fine. And then there was a lovely man. The dad was like, give me your hand, I'll help you up.
Oh, and you would have been very compassionate. What
And
were
you
you
were
doing?
just screaming, just leave her.
I was like, just get up.
Look at that strange woman over there. I've never seen her before.
We were like getting closer to the like jaws at the end of it, and I was like, get up.
Get up. Mum, the jaws are going to cut your hair.
She's fine. She lived to
We're
tell
glad
the
you
tale.
survived to die.
Oh, no.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So imagine you've got to put an insurance claim in, right?
Yeah.
And
A lot of forms
a lot
and
of
stuff.
forms, and they want to find
Got to
out
take photos.
what happened, and you've got to make sure that you're being very comprehensive. And the thing you've got to write down is a boat landed on my car.
And my car's a Mercedes. It's a very
A
expensive
boat,
thing.
and then so the people will be reading the form going, a boat landed.
But boats go in the water
on
and
your
cars
car.
go on the land.
I could understand a car landing on a boat.
Yes.
So a car comes off a jetty.
Yes.
Lands on a boat.
Yes, that makes sense.
But how would one see a boat landing on a car? So this is how it happened. The driver of a Mercedes was lucky to avoid any injuries because it was just parked on the side of the road. But it was the boat was at a Fremantle storage facility on Sunday. The boat was being moved at the Blue HQ storage facility on Muse Road.
Yeah,
when
it's
it
just near
crashed.
little creatures. Yeah.
When it crashed through a fence, flattening a parked car's bonnet, and there's literally a boat on top of a car.
And I reckon if you, that's a bad scenario and you think, oh, I hope the car's not a good one. And then you go, oh, it's a Mercedes. Damn it.
No.
Damn it.
But I do really think sort of sometimes it's funny, like sucked in.
To the Mercedes owner.
You know what I mean?
Who's just
Here you
innocently
are.
parking their
but
car.
I mean, you're walking around like you own a Mercedes. Let's not get
hang
it
on,
twisted.
Nathan.
What?
Boats aren't cheap.
Oh.
That was a big boat too.
You know
by the
what?
way,
I actually
wasn't it?
sucked into both of them. I'm sucked in to both of them. I hope you. I hope there was
parties here.
I hope there was a treasure chest in the trunk that got ruined
That
as well.
exploded.
Oh, that is an unusual motor vehicle accident.
No, that's true.
Or incident.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd like to talk about these.
Yeah.
If you want to give us a call, 13 24 10.
And that when you had to write it down for the insurance company, you went, oh, God, this sounds weird.
Yeah.
It does sound weird.
Yeah. So, whether you got insurance for it or not.
Yes, that's right.
We just want to know, is there something that was really, really strange that happened to your vehicle?
Whether you're in it or not.
Sometimes you're like, wait, that's not right. That's not right. Cars going in pools. That's not right. Cars going in pools. And then
That
again,
happens too much.
If a luxury car goes in the pool, sucked in. You know why? Sucked into the little rich pool owner. Sucked into the rich car owner.
You really hate rich people, don't you?
Well, you know what I mean. Just stop having stuff I want.
Nathan, you can afford it. Don't worry about it. You just haven't gotten around to getting it.
Got no follow through. Got no follow through.
All right, 13 24 10.
Yeah, luckily we're going to give somebody $150 to spend at Autobahn Mechanical. That's right, Autobahn
On your
Mechanical.
damaged car.
Yeah, can stay cool this summer with an aircon re-gas for just $169 plus a free safety inspection.
Nice.
You can Google Autobahn to book. But it's 2023. Come and play with us.
Yeah, that's right. All we want to know is, have you had one of those vehicle accidents where you go, oh, that was a bit weird? It's not your regular just rear ender.
Yeah.
Something more dramatic than that. Hit us up.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Imagine you've gone out maybe for a drink at Little Creatures. You come back and there's a boat on your car.
On your Mercedes.
On your car. That happened yesterday in Fremantle.
You know what? You know when people take like things as signs, like, oh,
Yes.
how's 2023 going to go? Then you come back and there's a boat on your car. It's like, oh, okay, I can see I can see the direction we're going.
I guess it's not going to be a good year after all.
It's an unusual motor vehicle incident, and that's what we're looking for right now. Good morning, Justine.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hi,
mate.
Justine. What happened?
So I had mine and my partner's cars both insured under my name.
Yeah.
I'd had my car probably a month, so it's pretty much brand new.
Yeah.
So he went out one morning, parked his car. Our house is on like a little bit of a hill, so he parked his car on the lawn. And my neighbour come knocking on my door, like frantic. She's like, "You've just had a car accident." I was like, "What? Nobody's in any car. We're both inside, just having breakfast." And his car had rolled down the hill straight into my pretty much brand new car and smashed up the whole side. So I had to call the insurance company.
Oh, my God.
And they're both in my name, so I had to claim against myself.
Did you leave a note on the car to yourself?
With
One of
no
my cars
drivers.
registered. The other car.
Wait, now, how does one claim against themselves? Was that an interesting
Did it go to
process?
court?
Well, she laughed at me, so it was great. And we got it all on, like, CCTV as well. So I said, I can give you video, but she was like, no, that's okay.
So, okay, I've never thought of someone having to claim insurance against themselves. So it'd be the same thing as if you drove your car into your house. You would claim
Kinda,
your car
yeah.
insurance against your house insurance against you.
Did that mean you had to pay 2 excesses?
No, I think we just paid one because one was at fault, but I had to pay them for myself.
Right.
Were you not talking to yourself for a while?
Well, it wasn't really my fault.
I know, it wasn't even you. It was him.
Yep.
Okay, that is so funny.
Always put the handbrake on.
Yeah, that's right. It's not that hard, is it?
Taking out insurance against yourself.
Good on you. Thanks, Justine. Daniel, hello.
Yeah, how are you?
Hey, good day.
buddy. What happened?
My daughter gave me the heads up, actually. She said to me one time, we're on the freeway, she said, "Dad, cars." And I looked around and just said, "Yeah, honey, we're in a busy freeway. Yeah, there is lots of cars." But when I've looked, say, "Yeah, honey," I've looked to my left and literally seen cars slamming each other at first and thought, "Oh, crap." So I've tried to look forward. Obviously, you've got to look where you're going.
Yes.
But trying to, it's almost like you're been told not to look, but you just cannot help seeing what's going on that side. So I'm trying to sort of brake, make sure everything's good in front of me, trying to look left what's going on, and basically cars just slammed us from every angle, pushed us, your concrete walls.
Yes.
Like, into one of them, and basically it was almost like I'm on the brakes, but it just would not stop. I reckon I picked up speed, if anything, and I'm just sort of on the brake, pushing. The daughter's screaming, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So by the time we stopped, we were okay, besides my daughter's traumatic.
Yeah, that's right.
But, obviously a few other people weren't. They got worse off because the truck was in the middle. He pushed us, or everybody, and he obviously just couldn't stop or, had an episode or whatever happened. But, yeah, it just pretty full on to be dragged along the side of the freeway. And just, I wanted to jump out, but I couldn't leave my daughter, so all I could do is put my foot on the brake and just hold on. So
Sometimes, Daniel, you got to teach your daughter how to fend for herself.
Yeah. Fail. Get out now.
You know what I mean? You're just going to hope that you raised her right and hope she's got the tools to deal with the situation at hand.
Hey, Dad,
I love it, Nathan. I love it.
When you're feeling like the insurance forms and stuff, like you usually have to try and pinpoint who's at fault. But did you have any idea who started all of that?
I don't. To be honest, we didn't hear much. Our insurance just covered it anyway. We didn't hear much of who was at fault. But I think they said something about, I think the guy had an episode. I don't know which car it was. It might have been the truck, I'm presuming, because the truck just kept going. Like, it wouldn't stop. So obviously, just to get out of there is a good thing.
Yeah,
well, a couple of lessons in that story. Number one is, I know that they're your daughter and they're your child, but I mean, if you've got to get to safety, I mean...
Yeah. And also, she could be a bit more specific when she's... don't just yell
that's
cars.
That's the thing. If you're on the freeway and there's something happening, don't
like
just
two.
say cars. It's like if there's a plane coming, don't look up at the sky and yell clouds.
Thanks, Dad.
Tell us exactly what's happening.
All right, 13 24 10. We want to know, have you had an unusual vehicle incident, whether you were in the car or not?
Yes. It could be driving it. It could be something that you came out and found. These are fantastic. $150 to spend at Autobar Mechanic will be going someone's way.
All right, if you've got a story, 13 24 10.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
What we're talking about right now is weird stuff that's happened to your car, whether it's an incident or whether it was from a car just being parked there, like the poor bloke in Fremantle who parked his car, Mercedes, and then came back and found a boat on top of it. It's not good.
That's not where boats go.
I do remember when I first got my Suzuki Vitara back in the day when I was a bit more active, and we took it to Esperance, right?
A bit more active.
So took it to Esperance and we went on the sand dunes, use the four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
and
that's exciting.
Yeah, and we were sandboarding. And it was a very exciting time. And then we were told that what you need for your sandboard is you need to rub it over with wax, and candles will do. So I had a whole bunch of candles. So we had a wonderful day out there, and I had the candles in the glove box. And then by the end of the day, the candles were all melted in the glove box. So I just had a glove box full of hot wax that I was trying to cup out.
But it worked for hair removal as well.
Anyway, so back then, when you're younger, you don't really care about addressing an issue at the time.
No.
So I didn't care about it. And then by the next day, what happens with hot wax when it gets cold? It sets.
Yeah, that's right. It does.
So I just had a glove box full of candle wax. That was hard to get out.
Yep. That's what we're talking about. Unusual things that have happened to your car. Yvonne, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great, Yvonne. What happened?
Oh, well, it was a bit embarrassing, actually, but I jumped into my car in my driveway, went to go shopping. I reversed out, and the neighbour directly across the road, she decided to reverse out, and we both hit each other.
So you
reversed into each other in the middle of the road.
Into one another.
Did you?
Yeah, in the middle of the road. How embarrassing.
Right.
and I guess
two boots together.
You're both at fault there, I take it. Insurance.
Yeah, that's what the insurance said, and so also cost me.
Hang on, Nathan's iPad's going nuts.
Did someone say something that was close to Siri then?
Like to hear more?
No, we wouldn't. We'd actually like to listen to Yvonne.
Pipe down, Siri.
Thousand apologies.
Okay, back to you, Yvonne.
Yeah, hi.
Nathan, Nat and Siri, apparently.
She knows more than Shaun, so, Did it do a lot of damage?
Just the back bumper. It's an insurance job and cost me $500, the excess.
Yeah, the excess. And also,
of course,
pride.
Yeah. But a bonding experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? They're both red cars.
You couldn't have been more visible.
You know what? So obviously we know what speed was a factor because red cars go faster.
They do go too fast, don't they? Thanks, Yvonne. Melinda, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Melinda. What happened?
So a few years ago, my mum had an incident behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And anyway, it happened outside a hospital in Victoria. And she's wiped out 7 cars. during this incident. So she got taken to the hospital where the accident happened because that was obviously the closest hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And anyway, it just so happened that one of the specialists that she had to see, one of the cars belonged to him.
Anyway, so Mum's dead now because he refused to see her.
Well, actually, he'd actually bought this car a week earlier, and it was a brand new Range Rover, so it would have been quite expensive.
Yes.
And anyway, when she was feeling a bit better in hospital, he actually asked her if that was her that had killed his car.
Yes.
And she said, oh, yes, I suppose it was, actually.
Yes.
That's an awkward conversation.
Well, I mean, she's not going anywhere, so he's got plenty of time to get her details.
Yes.
That's right, yes, I know.
Your mum's there in traction. She ain't going nowhere.
Oh, that's mortifying. Thanks, Melinda. Casey, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great,
good,
Casey. Okay, what happened?
There was a girl that I worked with, and she and her friends went camping up north, and they were all in four-wheel drives, and they planned to camp on the beach. And that night they arrived, and they set up all the camping gear. Some people were sleeping in tents on the beach, and some had to sleep in the four-wheel drives. And when they woke up in the morning, they hadn't taken into account the ocean coming in and covering the beach, and some of the four-wheel drives are floating out in the ocean, and they were still sleeping inside.
Come on, tides. Hello.
I tell you what, though. I mean, I know beach fishing. That's a good catch that day.
Yeah, if you're catching four-wheel drives.
No, you know what I mean. Like, if once the ocean takes it, is it anyone's?
Oh yeah, that's the law of the sea.
It's the law of the sea.
Yeah.
It's maritime law.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you go and get your rod and hook yourself a rangy.
Yeah, you catch it fair and square. That's the way it works.
Look at it, I've got a four-seater.
You're going to need a super sopper to a ShamWow's going to sort it out.
Mate, that's what tides go out.
That's what's known as a rookie mistake, Casey. Thank you.
Okay, some interesting ones there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go right back to the start.
Yeah, I think
Yvonne,
so.
Yvonne.
No, Justine.
Justine. Her partner didn't put the handbrake on her car. Both cars were in her name. Her car rolled into her car. So she had to take insurance out on herself. Interesting stuff. $150 to spend at Auto Bar Mechanic will go on help.
All yours, Justine. Well done.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Let's talk about holidays.
Yeah, let's talk about holidays, Nathan. We just had 6 weeks off.
Yeah, we did. Shaun, 6 weeks, 2 days.
Now, normally I go away and do something, exotic. Like go and travel. Go
and then she comes
cycling
back
around
and just
Cambodia or something.
rubs our
ridiculous.
face in it like a dog that's weird on the carpet.
This time, I do not have anything to show, but I did give myself a Christmas present.
Oh.
Do you do that? Do you give yourself a Christmas present?
Did I? Yes. Well, a belated one. I bought a brand new TV.
Oh,
but we'll get stuck into that.
So much wrong with your last one.
There is no time to get into that. That's a whole nother break.
Okay.
Because it's pretty important. We'll talk about that another day. Go.
Do you want to know what I gave myself for Christmas?
Yes.
Am I
going to be jealous? Wait there, sorry. Am I going to be jealous?
I don't think so.
Okay. So it's something vagina-y. Is it close? Oh, geez. Did we pop it on down to adult shop? Did you go to the car battery section? Get yourself a jackhammer?
No. Sorry. So my mind went to different places than you.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. I gave myself the gift of surgery.
Oh.
I know.
Not get your testicles removed. Now you can see your vagina. That's great.
Well, not incorrect.
They used to hang over it like a curtain.
I am testicle free, that is true.
Oh!
But I always was.
2023, no balls. I love it.
2023 testicle free.
Have no ball.
That's the motto. No, I got bigger boobs. No.
No, that's actually impossible. Because there wouldn't be any room for me in the studio. You've been gifted. God looked down and went, you know what? Bless you, child. Have hers.
Okay, serious. We're being serious. This is serious talk. I made a very important decision for my life.
Okay.
And I got a gastric sleeve.
What happens? Wait there. Oh, the thing with your stomach.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. One of our friends here at work has had it done.
Yes.
So I had it done 5 weeks. Only 5 weeks. 5 weeks today.
Amazing.
I had it done.
Oh, wow.
I know.
That's great.
It is a lot of coordination at this stage because you can't just go back to eating normally. You have to, even normal food, you have to go back, you have to step it in gradually.
I mean, it's like trying to pack 30 kilos into a cabin luggage.
No, it's not even the amount.
Yeah.
It's the sort of food. So you have to, you start off only having pureed, like liquids. First it's clear liquids while you're in hospital. Then it's like things like soup.
Yes.
A lot of soup. And then it's things like pureed food and steamed white fish.
God.
Now I'm up to mince.
Mince? Oh, mince on toast?
No toast. No, toast isn't for a while.
So just mince, savoury mince? A bit of a
savoury mince, like a bolognese sauce with some vegetables in it.
Mince.
That's what we have.
And from my understanding of a gastric sleeve, that's what, 2 tablespoons? And she's like, I'm full.
I bought a packet of mince, cut it in half and cooked it up. And that's 4 or 5 days worth of dinners. But then my dinners are done for 4 days. Yeah. It's amazing.
But it must be amazing to then feel full. My question is...
That's it.
What does it do for your energy? You know what I mean? Because your stomach is full. Yes, you can't fit any more in. But what does it do energy-wise?
Well, you do have to take a multivitamin for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you to make sure that you get your nutrition. And also, I take extra protein, in protein... Like this, you add protein to your drinks.
Yeah.
So you've got to drink lots of fluid and you've got to have extra protein, you've got to have extra fibre, and then you gradually increase the sorts of foods that you can eat. Like next week, I can have chicken.
Wow. What is it?
Pretty exciting.
So what is it, just a foot? Just the beak?
Just a tiny... No, that's too much texture. I'm not up to the beak yet.
Would a nugget be too much? About the size of a nut?
But no crumbing. No, probably it's about half a cup.
About half a cup of chicken. Mm-hmm. Half a cup of chicken.
But
you know what?
Mixed with other things,
I think it's great. And you're right. If you go to the trouble of getting this done, you do have to follow all the steps properly.
And not everybody does. Like I know people that it hasn't succeeded for. So it's not the magical cure-all. You have to work really hard.
I know someone that had a gastric sleeve and then they didn't do everything.
Yes.
And I swear to God, that sleeve has stretched so much I could do a hula with it.
That's right. So at the moment,
you can wrap that sleeve around a 4-wheel drive now.
And the other thing this is what really destroys me is that you can't eat and drink at the same time. So you can't drink.
Yes.
Within 30 minutes either side of eating, and eating takes a while because you can't just shove stuff in. You have to eat really slowly and chew everything down to like nothing. And so I literally set timers for 30 minutes after I've eaten till I can drink again, because you don't want it flushing the food through. You want to feel full. Yeah, because that's the miracle of it.
Interesting. So your food bill must be nothing.
That's right. I have absolutely combated the cost of living crisis by hardly eating anything.
Oh my God.
Fully recommend.
And the days that we bring in Marlene's bacon savouries, I mean, they're gone.
It'll just be a nibble.
Natalie just has like a little cube of bacon.
and you have to prioritise protein over everything else.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely, the bacon first.
I think that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
So yeah,
I think it's great.
It's not. I don't recommend it as a fun thing to do on your holiday.
No,
but to be fair, I never felt any pain.
Yeah.
And it's major surgery.
Yes, yeah.
But I felt really good. I've obviously got a really good surgeon who did such an amazing job, and their pain management extraordinary. So good.
Fantastic.
So
I think it's great.
I know. That's my 2023. Upwards and onwards.
And the great thing is, if anyone's thinking of getting this done, we can have some updates with Natalie and see how you're going, and then you can work it out if it's for you or not.
Happy to answer questions at all.
Perfect.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun. Nova's free for 23.
Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Get ahead in 2023 and free think your dream home, car or holiday with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
Right, time to put some people in the draw for Nova's free for 23. Let's go with Tammy from Darch. Morning, Tam.
Hi, how you going? Welcome back.
Tammy.
Thanks,
Thank
Tam.
you so much, Tammy. You'd spend your $1,000 for sending Nellie and I on another quick break, wouldn't you, if you were to win?
Oh, of course, sure. I don't
Shaun,
need a break.
Obviously, because he's still on one.
No, that's right.
$1,000 a week, though, Tam.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for a new car.
Oh, that's a good
Definitely.
idea. Well, there's your repayment sorted.
Yeah, that's
Then again,
fantastic.
I mean, like, do you if you got a partner, do you tell them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Or do you just like
No.
put it away?
No.
As-
Well, $1,000 a week you can hide, can't you?
yeah, I can hide that, mate. And then you got
Oh,
then,
yeah.
then you got the run money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're in the running, Tammy. Good luck, okay?
Lucky I don't have a partner.
That's all right.
No,
But
not
Tammy,
anymore.
when you do get one, you want to be ready to run from them.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Caitlin's in Lansdale. Hey, Caitlin.
Hello.
Hey,
Welcome back,
Caitlin.
guys.
Thanks,
I
honey.
missed you.
Did you get a break over the Christmas period, Caitlin?
I did. It was wonderful.
How
And I'm
long?
already ready for my naps. I had 3 weeks.
I'm already ready for my nap.
Same, Caitlin, same. It's 20 to 8 in the morning.
Isn't that amazing, right? So the whole time that we had off, I didn't have any day naps. And then as soon as you're back, all I can think of right now is like being going to go home and have a bit of...
It's
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of when I woke up this morning at 4
Isn't
a.m.
it? Caitlin, like right now, aren't you preparing to go and have a lie on the couch?
Oh, my God. I napped every day this weekend, but during my annual leave, I had no naps. So I was like, where's the logic?
You
'cause you're
do
getting
not
proper night's
sleep.
sleep.
Can I say, you don't sleep. There is no better sleep than napping on the couch.
I know.
You will never get a more
Agreed.
restful, deep sleep. And then you go to your
Exactly.
dumb bed, just a barren
And then
wasteland of
the kids
loneliness.
wake you up and, Mum, we're hungry. No, you're not. Go away.
Oh, we don't need to talk to you about what you'd spend $1,000 a week on, Caitlin. We get the gist. You're in the running. Well done. And finally, Rebecca from Coolbellup. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hey,
Hi,
Beck.
Beck.
Did you get a bit of a break over the summer too?
I've got a little break. I have a 3-year-old, so...
Oh, so you didn't get a break? No. No.
No.
Yeah.
I turned 30. I had 30th, so that was my break. That
Oh,
one day.
happy birthday.
Oh,
So
thank you.
is your birthday one of those ones that's really close to Christmas and so everybody pretty much ignores
28.
it? Oh,
28, right smack bang in the middle.
That weird time when no one knows what day it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to turn a decade over before anyone notices.
Yeah,
that
that's
you're actually aged.
Hey, Beck, are you where you wanted to be by the time you were 30? You know, in your little
Yeah.
you had
Oh,
plans?
yeah.
Yeah?
Look, I think it changes, but house, child, job, that's pretty good,
Mate,
hey?
that's
Look at you rubbing your success in our faces.
Oh, look, I mean, isn't that the standard, I suppose?
Yeah. No, well,
I got the-
well, you've got more than us.
Yeah.
More than one.
I don't
know. That's pretty good to me.
I don't like the way
That'll
she
do.
rubbed that in our face,
No, that was
actually.
pretty
Take
rude.
her
Oh,
off the
I'm
tree
so
now.
sorry.
Take her off the list.
I mean, I'd much rather be a successful radio presenter, so...
Well, what about just a radio presenter?
Good on you, Beck.
Anyway.
You're in
God,
the running.
what was her problem?
Plenty more chances to get in the draw, of course. Kate, Tim and Joel could be giving you that life-changing call very soon. Keep it on Nova for your chance to win. Remember, you can register via the Nova player as well.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun, and the podcast.
Ellie, can we just hear some more tales of your winter, Christmas,
Oh my God, I don't have any prepared.
European adventure? Where did you spend Christmas Day?
I spent Christmas Day in Bruges, in Belgium, and you, Natalie, told me to go to
Yes.
Market Square, the Central Square,
Take all your clothes off and then what?
and run around nude. No, and there's 2 chip stalls.
That's
So
right.
they're very famous for their chips. They're
In the cones? In the frites?
Yeah, the frites. And there's like, they're competing, they're in direct competition
and
with
have
each
been
other.
for hundreds of years.
So you've got to go one day and then go back the other day. And by the time of the end of my stay in Bruges, I developed such bad heartburn from eating so many potato chips that I literally had like 2 chips from each place, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Because what you do, you then intersperse that with chocolate, because
And
that's the
yeah,
other thing
chocolate
that it's
is very
famous
Well,
for.
you know what? I'm
beer.
glad that you got your fix of chips, because here in Australia now, at Coles,
It's a potato shortage.
mate, you can only have 2 frozen potato products at one time.
It's a travesty.
How do you decide?
There was a story there. Remember when they say there's going to be a shortage of something, and then there was a warning that there was going to be a chip shortage, and you cannot buy a bag of chips. Not that I ever buy a bag of chips. Who is
But
panic
you've
buying?
never wanted to more
But who is
than
panic
now.
buying oven chips? Who is panic buying oven chips?
Heaps of people. Clearly.
It's unbelievable. Even the wedges. Remember when wedges?
Well, that's because
were a
they can't
thing?
get the crinkle cut
Wedges.
chips.
People still eat wedges. You know that? I'll get the beer battered for
More potato stories coming your way.
I don't really particularly like a shoestring fry.
Wait,
Say that.
oh, don't you?
They're my
No.
favourite shoestring.
No. That's to me. That's just like, what's the point? It's just like, it's just poking sticks in my mouth.
Well, because it's more surface area for the oil to fry it up nice and crispy.
I do like my favourite. I think is a beer battered chip.
That's too much
a
chip
long
for me.
flat. It's like the fettuccine of chips. It's mine anyway. Hitting the big issues here. 2023.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So I had a wonderful Christmas break. I went to Dunsborough.
Lovely.
Such a great place.
I'm glad you went somewhere, Nathan, because the planning or non-planning of where you were going to go for Christmas, it was intense.
It was intense.
And
because
everybody
here's the
was
deal.
invested.
It was
we
everyone.
wanted you to go somewhere nice.
Yeah, we did. And we were going to go overseas because, everyone wanted to go overseas. But then we realised, Mum's got to get her hip done, right?
Right.
So there's no point really going overseas and spending...
Because she can't walk very
flights are
far.
so expensive at the
they are
moment.
nuts.
It's insane. So, spending all that money and then Mum just going to be sitting in a hotel room. What's the point? So I said to Mum, you get your hip sorted this year and then at the end of 2023,
and then
we'll go on a big
dancing.
blowout. Oh, mate. Can dancing on an Alaskan Alp.
Okay, sure, why not?
It'd be amazing. So we decided very last minute to go to Dunsborough because we were going to go to Bali, and we thought, no. So I ended up snagging a house that was on a golf course.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so great. So anyway, beautiful house. And we would sit up on the balcony, on the second floor balcony, and we'd watch people. And the house was literally 10 or 15 metres away from the 10th tee off. So we'd just watch people tee off, and then you'd clap if they were good.
Yes.
And then, so everyone was getting involved, and we're having a great time and chatting with people. Anyway, Mum absolutely loved it. She loves watching
she didn't have to walk
things.
anywhere.
Yeah, she loves watching things. She's one of those, when women hit a certain age where they go, I love people watching.
Oh, okay.
The people watching women when they just sit on a bench and watch people go by and... Anyway,
and then watch
Mum's
them come back again.
Mum's in the thick of that. So, so people watching and doing things. Oh, she was just
doing
loving
things,
it.
you say?
Yeah, doing things. 4 days in a row she sat out there. 4 days. 4 days in a row she sat out there.
Could she not get up? Or
just sitting there drinking tea, having food,
Right. Oh, she didn't come in at night?
By the way, she's listening right now. She's going to be enraged. And Mum, I promise I'm not going to post this, but I am going to show Natalie, Harry and Amy, Ruby and Ellie.
And anybody else who comes in.
And it'll possibly be on camera. But I'm not posting it.
No, because Sam posts things.
I'm not.
It'll be Sam posting it.
Oh, God, she's going to be so angry. Anyway, so Marlene was out in the elements for a little bit, and she got sunburned.
No, Marlene's smart enough that she would surely put Factor 50 on every morning.
No.
Marlene, come on.
No, she didn't, Natalie. And also because it wasn't too hot
Doesn't
or sunny,
matter.
I know.
Doesn't matter.
But it was, you know what I mean?
She's old enough to know better.
Yeah, she is. She is. Very young, old enough.
Well, I mean, 15 is old enough to know better.
So anyway, so she got a bit sunburned. She says it's not sunburn. She says it's windburn. And I said to Marlene, windburn requires wind.
Yeah.
And there was a napkin on the table that didn't move. So if there's a napkin doesn't move, I don't think there's enough wind to create windburn.
And if you're sitting outside all day and not putting sunscreen on, I guarantee it's sunburn.
Yeah. And you know what? And also, like windburn. I mean, if she gets windburn, oh my God, she's texting me. No camera either.
Let's see.
Nose. I said to her, if you get windburn from the wind that was in Dunsborough, don't turn a pedestal fan on because it'll blow your face off.
That's right. Like, is that a really red filter? Or
So she's really red, and see what's happened as well. She's gotten so sunburned that her face is swollen up.
She can hardly see.
She can hardly see. Her eyes are shut.
And her neck. Look how red her neck is.
Everything was swollen. Her cheeks are swollen. I'll just make sure the camera can get a really good. Don't post this. There we go. I've shown it enough so that he can post it.
No, not yet.
All right. So anyway, so
that's bad, Marlene. That's bad.
Now there's so that's bad, right? So I had to go to the chemist and get some cortisone cream and everything, you know what I mean?
All
Cortisone
the
cream,
aloe vera and
the aloe vera spray mists and random things for Mum's face. And there was an unforeseen complication though, because Mum's so you still got the sunburn, but because Mum's sunburn was so bad and you could see her face was swollen.
Luckily, you're so sympathetic
Her
to your
cheeks
mother.
got so swollen that the inside of her mouth, the cheeks got so swollen that she, when she was eating, she kept on chewing the sides of her cheeks. So she couldn't eat properly.
So then they were like,
She was
mince.
She was like eating good. She was chewing on the inside of her cheeks.
I just think we laughed at Ellie's mum falling over on the travelator. All of a sudden, Di seems quite normal.
Mum, Mum's ringing me right now, and I'm gonna.
No, you can't. We don't have enough of a beep.
I'm gonna beep. You better not swear. Okay, you don't swear. Don't swear. You're on air.
I know I'm in air, and I'm just letting everyone know that you are a little bit of dead meat when you get off air.
Dead meat like the inside of your cheeks?
Go on, tell Natalie it's windburn. Tell Natalie it's windburn.
It was windburn because I was under shade all the time.
Still get sunburnt in the shade. Are you serious, Marlene? You're supposed to know this. Put sunscreen on. I'm furious with you.
Mum, did how was chewing the inside of your cheek? So that was painful, wasn't it?
What do you taste like?
Well, that was, but it was even harder to talk.
Mum, smells like fish, tastes like chicken. It's weird. That sounds
Thanks,
terrible.
Marlene.
All right, love you, Mum.
Stop smelling your mum.
You fishy mum. So I would
what do you
like
want to talk about?
Yeah, I think we want to talk about unforeseen complications.
Yes.
So something's happened, but you never thought that. Oh my god!
Yes.
So
that wasn't even the worst of it.
So Mum got sunburnt.
That was bad.
But then she didn't realise that her cheeks would swell up so much that she would be chewing the inside of her cheek, so she couldn't eat. So there was one problem, and then another problem was added on to that existing problem.
Yeah.
We want to know if this has happened to you. It can be an injury. It could be something that happened in your house or your car. It could be, we're going to give somebody, Natalie, you're going to love this, a gin masterclass.
Oh, hello.
And a chef's feed me lunch for two at Old Young's Distillery in Swan Valley.
They're great. Apparently the chef there is unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's talking about it. That is so good. And the gin there.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you.
Okay.
It's good.
For a selection of wineries, fresh produce, family fun and natural beauty, the Swan Valley has it all. Plan your visit at swanvalley.com.au, supported by Destination Perth. So we're talking about unforeseen complications, all right?
So something happened, but that was bad enough.
Yeah.
But then there was this complication. That's what we want to talk about, 13 24 10.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Good morning to Marlene Morris, mother of Nathan, who got a little bit sunburnt over the Christmas break.
She says it's windburn.
Regardless, she was burnt.
Whatever burn.
She
it
was
looks
burnt
like
so badly.
a building exploded in her face.
Her face, her eyes, she could hardly see because her face was so swollen.
It was so bad. And the unforeseen complication, because so firstly you've got the sunburn, which is
and that's bad.
But then the other thing that happened was her cheeks swelled up so much that she was, when she went to eat, she was chewing the inside of her cheeks.
It's like steak tartare in there. It's not good. We want to know what the complication was for you. Julie, hello.
Hi guys, how you going?
Oh, good, Julie.
Great, Jules. Talk us through it. What happened?
Yeah, so it wasn't the sun that burned me, but it was a tanning booth that caused my injury. So it happened about 10 years ago. I was getting married, and we don't get a lot of sun in Ireland, so I wanted a natural glow for my wedding. I didn't want my face tan to go wrong, so I decided to do a couple of tan booths. And this one day I went in. It had been running for a long time prior to my appointment and was extremely hot.
Like a George Foreman grill, was it?
Yes. So they do have this cooling fan that is supposed to work to cool you down, but it pumped out nothing but hot air, and I got so overheated I fainted and hit the deck. But when I did, I was in the tiny little booth, so I broke my ankle. I didn't know it was broken. But I screamed out when I finally came to, and the girls couldn't get in because I was wedged against the door naked. We had quite, so I had to, they threw me over a towel, and I had to try and claw my way up the wall, holding on to whatever I could to stand up, and managed to get out and get dressed, and then they had to call my mum to come and take me to the emergency department, where I found out I broke my ankle. So
just in time for your wedding.
Just before my wedding, I got the boot off, so I was actually able to walk down the aisle. So, yeah, it was quite lucky.
Oh, my God,
That
Julie.
is
That was a
series
journey.
of tragic things happening to you all at once.
Yes. Yes, it wasn't fun, I can tell you. But it's a story that I live to tell.
Julie, I've always wanted to know, because this is my nightmare, something happening to me, I'm naked lying on the ground, and then needing to... What's that like, the realisation that you're naked on the ground and need help?
Oh, well, I was behind the closed door, so it wasn't too bad. But, and I knew there was only girls outside. But, it's not really a comfortable position to be in, to be honest.
It's not. That's why I always carry around the doodle flannel.
At all times. He's got one now.
All times. Just in case all else fails, all my clothes come off, I just strategically place flannel over you dudes. Oh, shut up, Harry.
Oh,
the
Harry
doodle flannel's bigger than that.
Tiny flannel.
Harry.
Thank you, Julie. Kayla, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, Kayla. What happened and what was the complication?
So it wasn't me, but it was my mother-in-law. My mother and father-in-law were up north fishing. They brought their whole bag of fish in and whatnot, so they were getting ready to dock their boat. And my father-in-law was grabbing the car and the trailer, and so my mother-in-law was holding onto the boat with the jetty, like the boat rope and everything, and there was no wind or anything like that, and my father-in-law comes back and someone else is holding the boat, and mother-in-law's holding her hand and whatnot. So what's happened is a bit of wind has come through and hit her hand against the boat and the jetty, and he was like, okay, that's not too bad, and next thing you know, she's held her hand up, and the complication was it's amputated her finger, and the fish has then taken her finger.
And the what with her finger?
So it's amputated her finger completely, and it dropped into the ocean.
That is horrendous.
Oh, why are you laughing so much, you monster?
I mean, so you know when people dive in to get a wedding ring?
Yeah.
Like, did someone dive in and find her finger?
Or did you see the fish taken immediately?
Yeah, it was immediately taken.
So the fish took the finger.
Yep.
And just took off.
Yep, the finger is now fish food.
Can I just say the amount of humans that have had a fish in them, and now for once a fish that has a
and it wasn't even a shark,
has a human in it.
No, just a snapper.
Yeah,
just legit living up to its name of being a snapper.
Which finger?
Great question.
It was actually her ring finger, so it was down to the second knuckle.
Was she trying to get out of the marriage or something, and this is the extreme she went to?
No, she's definitely happy within her marriage. It was, just one of those freak
really
accidents with the unforeseen circumstances that came behind it.
I don't think there's many people that can tell the tale that a fish took off with my finger. You know what I mean?
It would be limited pool.
That there'd be many of those stories out there. That's brilliant. 13, 24, 10.
That's what we're talking about. When something was bad enough, but then there was a complication, a bit of a twist in the tail that made things even worse. 13, 24, 10 if you've got a story for us.
Yeah, someone's going to win a gin masterclass and a chef's feed me lunch for two at Old Young's Distillery in the Swan
and you're
Valley.
going to love it.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Ali, we've been talking about your European trip all morning. When your mum and yourself travel together, do you share a room?
Of course, we're not. Well, no, of course we do. And sometimes we even shared a bed.
Did you?
Yeah,
you shared a bed.
We shared a bed.
Oh, cozy.
Yeah, especially in Paris where the rooms are tiny.
I know, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you pay so much for the room. You go, where's the rest?
How much is the room in Paris?
I think for 2 nights we paid $550 Australian dollars, and it was literally so
the size
small.
of a bed.
The bed took up the entire room, so you had to crab walk past it to get to the bathroom.
And you've never found a bathroom smaller than a Paris hotel bathroom. It's so funny.
When's the last time you slept in a room with your parents?
It's probably 11.
Don't make me sound weird.
I mean, sometimes when I was home last week,
I get it.
my dad fell asleep in front of the TV. Does that count?
my dad, it's so funny when I go around there and he's had some beers, he's sitting at the dining room table, so Dad likes to sit. When we're walking around, Dad likes to walk in front of us, right?
Because he doesn't want to be
not to clear danger, But whenever I go around there, he drinks behind us. So me and Mum,
because he doesn't want you to see.
Yeah, so he sits there and drinks, and then he goes and gets a feed, and then I'd always turn around and watch him eat because because there's just like food all down his, after a few beers, there's just food all down
I love
his
how
bumper.
you've already thrown Marlene under the bus. Why not do Brian too?
and then he sits there, and then I don't always keep looking around, and he always goes to sleep, and one half of his face falls asleep first. So he's got one eye sort of open, the other half is.
I mean, that's alarm bells for a stroke.
So I sleep in the same room as Dad probably every Friday night.
Oh, there you go. Just half of Brian's face and Nathan's.
I was going to say I'm waiting to get a text off Dad, but he's not that fast at texting. I'll get an angry text at midday today.
Oh, he started drinking already.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Geez, we've nearly made it through our first show for the year, Nathan.
I was just telling you, Natalie, I saw the new Avatar movie over the break. It was awesome.
And so
3 hours and 12 minutes.
You went to see that in our second week of holidays, and you've just finished.
I think it was amazing because I was wondering, they've taken how long?
It's like 11 years.
11 years to do this, to get to this. It was, if anyone gets a chance, like I said, 3 hours, 12 minutes long, put some time aside.
If you don't have aircon...
Oh, yes.
Wait for one of the hot days coming up towards the end of the week and go and get your money's worth of air conditioning. Because how long? 3 hours?
12 minutes, yeah.
Plus trailers.
When we first saw it, when Avatar first came out, we went to the cinema to go and see 15 minutes of it, remember? Because they wanted to show us how amazing the 3D was. And the 3D...
At the time, it was groundbreaking.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
The best compliment I can give, I suppose, I didn't get that same, oh my God, this is groundbreaking feeling that we did because you'd never seen that before.
That's right.
11 years ago. But the best compliment I can give it is when the 3Ds, when you're watching it in 3D, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
And it doesn't take away from anything. I went and saw it in Lux, so I sort of had
so
meals that use vouchers.
How many meals do you get?
I got
that's like a long haul flight.
Oh my God! So I got these. So I was at Karen Cinemas at the Lux there, and I got arancini balls, which was great, and then I got the sliders.
And then 3 hours later, you had a roast dinner.
And then I got what was the dessert? And then I got something. One of the desserts, I can't even remember what it was, but it was apple pie for dessert. So Mum and Dad, they got I think some duck pancakes. They were absolutely delicious. They said they got the sliders as well. They got some little chicken bites as well. But then Mum ordered a dessert, which was a sundae that came out in what I can only describe as a space helmet. It was it was a fishbowl big enough to put a small shark in there.
But I mean, at least you could eat it with
a banoffee sundae. And it was.
It looks like it was for 6.
I laughed my head off when it came out. So we had things to do, so maybe that wasn't why it felt so long.
Yeah, imagine if you were hungry. don't let it come to that.
You know what?
Never eat a dessert.
Never eat a dessert that you can fit your... yes, that's it, Natalie. Look at it.
It's in a fish bowl.
It's in a fish bowl. And that's not a small bowl.
It's like when you're in Bali and you order those cheap cocktails that come in, I think, something like that with 8 straws.
So when they walked that over to me, they first brought it over to me, and I said, "Oh, hello, sorry, what's this?" And they said, "This is the banoffee sundae." And I laughed and went, "Sorry, that's my mum's."
How much is that, Harry?
It's not bad. It's not bad a price.
About $27 the Sundays.
Because you're supposed to share them.
Look at the size of it.
But they don't say that. It's on you're supposed to share these on the menu, eh? Anyway.
All right. Good times. Good times. There's your ringing endorsement and accurate review of the Avatar sequel.
Points.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.